All right, this will be one for the history books. This is where we start in New York City as opening statements begin in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. Trump is the first former president to face criminal prosecution. He's accused of falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair with an adult film actor ahead of the 2016 election. He denies all charges. So CBS News campaign reporter and attorney Katrina Kaufman is following today's developments. You're there bright and early, Katrina, and you're joining us now. So last week was all about choosing the jury, the people who will be sitting to hear the case, also the alternates. What can we expect in court today? Who are the potential witnesses that we could hear from?
Good morning, Anne Marie. So this morning we're going to start with opening statements. That's when each side presents their theory of this case. And then we're expecting to hear as the first witness from David Pecker. He's the former CEO of American Media, and he was also the former publisher of the National Enquirer, which played a key role in this case. The DA is saying that Trump, Michael Cohen, his former fixer and attorney, and David Pecker were all part of what's called a catch and kill scheme, where they devised to suppress damaging stories from coming out about Trump leading up to the 2016 election. And this is linked to the Stormy Daniels payoff that's at the heart of this case, where Michael Cohen paid her $130,000 to not come out with a story about an alleged affair she had with Donald Trump. There's also a former Playboy model, Karen McDougal, that the National Enquirer paid $150,000, and a former Trump doorman who they paid $30,000 related to a story where he claimed that Trump had a child out of wedlock. That was never proven to be true, but these are all people that we could hear from during this trial.
So, as you know, Donald Trump has already been accused of violating the judge's gag order on the case, mostly for retweeting other people's things. I'm wondering if we're hearing from Trump's attorneys, how are they defending their client's behavior?
Well, that's exactly what they're saying. They're claiming that because he reposted other people's posts, that technically he didn't violate the gag order. We're going to have a hearing on this tomorrow morning, and so far the DA is saying that Trump has violated the gag order 10 times. That's putting up posts related to witnesses, even the jury, who are really supposed to be protected under the gag order while this trial is going on.
You got to wonder what leeway the judge has. I know they're fines. It's not like you can throw him behind bars if he violates the gag order over and over again. But let me take before.
Well, you can. There's fines and jail time could be a possibility.
It could complicate things when you got Secret Service following you around. So later on this morning, Trump was going to be the subject of another hearing as a judge weighs the New York Attorney General's challenge to his $175 million bond posted in his civil fraud trial. Bring us up to speed. What's going on here?
Yeah, so this is going to be right around the corner from his criminal trial, another hearing, as you said, related to the New York civil fraud bond. And what happened here is Trump put $175 million bond up while he's appealing the judgment, which, as a reminder, is about $500 million. And the Attorney General is saying that this bond is just not holding water, that the company that issued it doesn't have sufficient capital to support a bond of this size. They never have given a bond of this size before. And even more troubling is that the $175 million actually remains in an account that's held by Trump. So he has access to this money. It is pledged to Knight Insurance, which is the company that gave him the bond. But in reality, there's the possibility that he could take money in and out of this account. He could replace it with stocks or less secure things than cash. And the Attorney General is really worried because if Trump loses his appeal, they want to make sure that the state can get this $175 million, which is really only a fraction of the total amount that he owes them.
Interesting. Katrina, thank you.
Thanks, Anne Marie.